Yes, it's Bev, and yes, it's another video. So today I was thinking I would do one on fish, right? Wild fish, farm fish. What are you going to choose? And do remember when you look at the packaging, if you're buying in a food store, if it doesn't say wild on it, it's always farmed, okay? Now, wild fish eat a more diversified kind of wild diet, obviously. So there's going to be a better, maybe I could even say stronger fish flavor on this side. Whereas a farm fish gets a fortified diet. So it's going to have a much more mild fishy taste, okay? So if you want to eat fish because it's healthy, omega-3 and all that kind of stuff, maybe, and you don't like strong taste, maybe you're going to be buying farm fish, okay? The other thing is wild fish are harvested directly from oceans, rivers, lakes. So they're much more expensive to process and to ship, right? So your cost is going to be higher. But they're not often as fresh, right? Because they have to travel a long distance. Now, these guys, farm fish, are raised in floating kind of net pens. I don't know if you've ever seen a picture of them. They're much more cheap to harvest, obviously, and process and ship because often they don't even have to be shipped that far. They can be more local. And they're not near oceans necessarily, right? So the problem is they can get sick. And so they are fed a lot of antibiotics on this side. Now, sustainability. These are not as sustainable as these guys. And that's because, and you know this, right? Some of the fish are overfished, or in fact, some are becoming extinct. Whereas on this side, it's very sustainable. So there's less stress on the wild populations if you're buying over here. And it's more easily available, right? What's the next thing? Mercury. The wild fish are going to have a higher level of mercury, okay? Now these guys are going to, the fish farms are going to produce a lot of chemical waste. And that can obviously harm the environment, right? Different choices. So the other thing is on the wild side, the meat is going to be a lot more lean. It's like us, right? It's constantly moving, swimming around, looking for its food. So it's going to have far less saturated fat. Just like us, if we exercise, we have a lot less plaque in our arteries, right? And on this side, you're going to get a lot more fat and a lot less protein. So if I was to take salmon and compare them, on this side, farm salmon is going to be as much as 25% more fatty than the wild salmon, and it's going to have 15% less protein than the wild salmon. But the interesting thing is the farm salmon is going to have slightly higher omega-3 fatty acids, and those are the good guys, right? Anti-inflammatory and all that you will have seen in other videos. So I guess what I'm saying, there's no perfect choice. Depending on, what kind of taste you want, how much do you want to pay for your fish, are you interested in a less fatty fish, sustainability, environment, all that kind of thing. So I would say you want to choose the best option. And so I would say you want a fish that probably is local and one that is more fresh. So for example, if you want to buy trout, then you should get it from a local fish farm and not wild salmon being trucked to your city from Alaska. Okay, so it's purely your choice. Lots of comparisons. Okay, and I do talk about choices in food in that kind of detail in my book, Are You Fat Making or Calorie Burning? It's now available in 7 countries, so you might like to read it. Anyway, thanks for listening, and I'll see you in the next video. I think I'm going to do the next one on metabolism, okay? Haven't done one of those in a while. Talk to you in the next video. Bye for now. And I'll see if this thing's working again.